up, guys? Let me know if you are in the chat. Say what's up. We're gonna get started soon. You figure it out. What's up, Robert? You hear everything? Do you have a tab open or something? What's up? Like, did the sound you were listening to go away? Did the sound you were listening to go away and it just took over? That's so weird. Don't have anything open. What does this say, or go look at those things? Yep. And then click sound. Well, that's the headphones, right? Let's click on. Did you ever hook your Beats up to that computer? Yeah, never. That's weird. I don't know. Can you hear your work though? Yeah. But you just also hear me? Yeah. It's fine. Like I can work on. What lens these cameras? Thank you. Where does it say that?
When I clicked on those little things in here, it said this was coming from somewhere, I guess.
Oh, okay. Did it shut it off?
Press pause and it shut off.
There you go. So maybe it's just because you're on my Wi-Fi, and it was like, wow, all right, we figured it out. What camera? So this lens is a 24 millimeter. I'm using a Canon camera on that, and then this one's also a Canon camera. This is the R3 here, and then the R6 is what I'm using over there. I'm at school right now. Awesome. All right, cool. We're gonna get started. Got a fun class for you guys today. Let me go over to the mannequin. And my iPad. Oh, there we go. Cool, we're live. All right, so welcome to the class, guys. Super excited to be cutting hair with you guys. I'm doing this live every Tuesday in the morning time frame. I try to give specific times, but the day, it takes a lot to prepare to get ready for these classes. So excited, got a technique for you guys. We're gonna go over a long layered haircut, something you can change your clients into, but something that's kind of simple. It's not a crazy change, but also a fun haircut to do, and it'll change things up in the salon. And we all know that long hair can get a little bit boring sometimes because we're doing the same thing. You hold the layers the same. So I wanna show you guys a fun round layer technique that we're gonna go through. So sectioning, pretty simple. Let me zoom in on that real quick for you guys. So sectioning, pretty simple. Triangle in the front, that's going to be our fringe area. Basically, I just look at the 2 points of the triangle here are going to be right along the edge of the eyebrow, and then we come up to about that curve, where that curve happens. So if you take your comb and you kind of place it on the head, right here, it's where that bend happens. Where the hair wants to fall forward, that's where you should put the fringe. Then throughout the technique here, we went center parting and then split the head in half. You guys know I like to go just behind the ear, not to the ear, because this will kind of give us a nice straight line down the hairline, and that will, I need to keep my iPad on here. I need to see the chat too. How do I do that? Refresh. So funny it doesn't show the chat on here. And that's not actually funny, but let's see, live cutting class. All right, well, I don't know why it won't show me the chat. So weird. Oh well. I wonder if Restream. Let me check something real quick. Let's see if Restream has an app and I can see your chat there. That would be even better anyways. I'm sure they don't, because why would they? Nope. What about Ecamm? Here's what I'll do. I know what I'll do. I can see that you guys are chatting. I just can't see the chat yet. It's not up close to my face, but we'll get it figured out here. Okay, now I should be able to see you guys. Let me just see if it comes through. Yep, Olga, I see you. Gina, thank you so much. All right, cool. So now I can see your chat, but everything you wrote before that, didn't see it. So if you guys have a question or something, just post it again. Let's get the chat going. Lena, thank you. Looking forward to a live cutting education. Nita, thank you. All right, cool. All right, so again, we section off right behind the ear, right here, so you can see the goal here is to make sure that you follow the hairline down. So you get the same density here and then the same density up on the front half of the head. So just look for that line and draw it down. I did the same thing on the opposite side, so you can see that there. And then the last section is this cat-eye looking section right here in the top of the head that we took out in the crown. There we go. Cool. Hilarious. My iPad's dying. Can't make it up, Carly. Can't make it up. Very easy, it wouldn't be work, right? Somebody's trying to stop us from educating today. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There we go. All right. Excited to see your artwork. Yeah, me too. I can't wait to get this going. Okay, here we go. So we are going to start off in our side panels here. We're going to cut rounded shape into the haircut. I just want to keep this saturated through though. We're going to start right here on our right hand side panel. So take that down. And I'm going to do some condensed cutting because for me, especially if I'm working with a client that has medium to fine texture, then I can just take this in one section, especially when you're working with a stationary guide. So understand that a stationary guide means that you're bringing everything to the same point and cutting it off. Stationary guides can also help the workflow, help you work a little bit faster. But if you condense too much hair together and your scissors aren't sharp enough, or it's just too much for the scissor to get through, you're not going to get a clean line. So you want to make sure, understand the density of your guest, and then once you understand that, then you can kind of dictate whether you want to take it in one section, two sections, three sections, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Here we go. Brighten. Okay. Lock, never. There we go. Matt, have you ever been in the UK, London at Salon International exhibit? In October, I would love to see you there this year. Yeah, I would love to be there. I've never been there, but it would be cool to be there for sure. All right, so we got our right-hand side section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be combing that away from me, away from my body. And the reason I chose to comb away from my body is because I want to be cutting from short to long, right? So anytime, if I wanted to be cutting from inside out, then I would comb it from the other side of the head. So just understand where you want that combing to be. The reason why that matters is because no matter what, when you cut hair, you're pushing a little bit of a weight line. So I want to come through here and just go through and cut my interior or my exterior to the interior of the haircut. We'll comb everything nice and tight up, just like this. Get it nice and clean at the root. I'll go with the tight teeth of the comb for my last couple. Comb through. Just like that. And I'm basically mimicking the forehead. So we'll come in. I'll start my cut just like that. I'll recomb now because I lose tension past that second knuckle. Recomb and finish off my line. Just like that. Now that pops a ton of layers into this haircut already. So you can see as I comb it down, we'll get a little bit of layering and then some of the hair going into that face frame. Now I don't want to change my body position when I move to the other side of the head. So I'll take out this section and now I'm just going to bring everything to me. The reason for that is the same reason we wanted to cut from the exterior in. So now I want to cut exterior in as well. I want to do it the exact same way. You don't want to come over here and now comb everything up like this and then cut interior to exterior because you're just changing up your line. You're not keeping that consistency. So keep your consistency as you go through it. Stay consistent with your body position. The more consistent we are with our body positioning, the more consistent our haircut's going to be. So I'll comb this up, just like this. And I'll grab a little bit from the opposite side as a guideline, just like that. I'll bring this up to me. So just like this, I can see my guide through. If you can't see your guide, then just take a little bit less hair. Comb, and then remember, recomb, because you lose tension. Come through and cut. Making this as uneven as possible. Just because I don't want to make you jealous. All right. So now you can see the layers and how they're popping through the head. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect into the back of the head. So comb this out. Of your basic cut tutorials. Thank you. I'm following you from the Netherlands. I'm learning a lot from you. Thank you. What's up, Johnny? Been a minute, my friend. Nice to see you. Matt and the CFSE is still going strong. Still going strong. All right, cool. So now we're going to connect into the back. So the way that I'm going to do that is I want to cut interior to exterior again. So, well, now I want to cut interior to exterior. So we're continuing that flow backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first section. I want my elbow to be out. The reason you want your elbow to be out is because it's going to give you more freedom to kind of lift up. Let's see if I can show you that better. So I'm here. A little more freedom to move that elbow up and shift and get a nice little concave feel to the round layers that we're going to put into the haircut. So I'll come over here, just like this, grab a little bit from what we just cut, and then I'll grab from the back. And let's just keep everything nice and clean so you guys can really see what I'm doing. So this is what we previously cut. So I'm going to clip that away like that. And then I'm going to grab some new hair. And I'm going to slide a clip up underneath. So now I've got this vertical section, right? I'm going to elevate it up in the air. I'm going to give my elbow some freedom to move, just like this. And I'm going to come up. And there's my previously cut section right there. So there's not going to be much hair in this new section. But as we move through it, there'll be more and more. I'll come in here. And now we're traveling. So I let that section go. Grab some new hair. That. We'll just keep working our way around the head. Square layers, no, we're actually cutting round layers. So if you think about how my body position is working, I'm walking around the head. If I'm walking, that means we're cutting round. I'm following the head shape with each section. Each section comes straight out from the head So if you look at how the comb passes around, it's a round section. If it were square, right, we'd be behind the head and there'd be a box, and I'd be bringing everything back to that point and creating that balanced line in the back. But we're just going through here, traveling guide, following the head shape. And just so you guys are staying with me, the cat eye that's sitting on top, this is all getting cut underneath it. We're going to do some texturizing into that at the end. Turn, grab a little bit more new hair. Lifting. Cut. Question, if no one has layers, only one length, where do you get your guide from in the layers? So it wouldn't matter if this person had one length or layered hair. I got my guide from the side. So we brought everything up to this point and cut it. That still gives you a guideline, a length guideline to go off of to cut the side. So I just brought a little bit of that old section in to the new section, and we went from there. So, and then once you have that guide on the side, that's your guide for traveling. There we go. There we go. Up. Just watching that guide through. And notice when I did the condensed cutting at the top, I grabbed a bunch of hair at once. When you're traveling around, you can't grab all that hair at once. You have to grab little by little, because then you see your guide, but also you're not over directing too much, and you're creating a consistent shape throughout. Here's a question for you guys out there. Do you prefer an even handle scissor shear, or do you prefer an offset? Do a little pull. How you know? Oh yeah, we did that. Condensed pixie next. Yeah, maybe. Definitely. You could do condensed parts within a pixie, but a pixie is very much traveling guides and round shapes, and so the condensed part would probably mostly be on the top. All right, last line should match up with our side. So bring it in here. Go. So now we haven't touched the baseline of the haircut. So what I like to do once I get the interior of the layers done, then I'll go in and cut the baseline, just like a real quick cleanup or trim. Let me show you guys that. So we'll come in here and I'll bring this hair down and I'll just clean up the base. And you can create whatever kind of line you want. If you want it to be round, you just follow it around to the head. But my goal is just to, you don't want the haircut to not look like a cleaned up haircut at the end and have your client's hair get long and straggly. You want to keep it nice and clean. Come in here. The last bit. And you could take that into multiple sections if you want, depending on the client's density. All right, so now, what comb is that? This is my 703 comb. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys might be new on here, but we have an online store, so you can get our scissors, combs, Velcro clips. What else do we have on there? Tons of scissors. Our razor, I'm going to use that right now, actually. We got the Evo Razor Pro and also the TriRazor on our website. Okay. So now we're going to work this fringe. So what I want to do is I want to really get what I've cut already out of the way. So we don't even have to think about that. And then I'll drop down this fringe. Oh, and by the way, this is called the Pixel Elite. Love the design of this. We worked and did like a nice big dial on it. So if you like to quickly adjust your tension on the scissor, we got the little details, Pixel Elite on there. That. And then even the details on the finger rest has a little kind of grip feel to it. So it feels really nice in the hand. This is the 4.5 inch, and then we have a 5 inch as well. All right. And that's all on our online store on freesaloneducation.com. I also have a free masterclass on there if you want to go take that. All right, and this is the Evo Razor Pro. So I'm going to use that to cut this fringe. I like using the razor to cut a fringe because it just creates a little bit more softness to it. Go right down the center. We're going to take this little by little. Oh, you are very welcome. So Lakeisha, thanks, Crystal. All right. I'm just going to clip this side away. We're going to work. I'm going to work a diagonal forward line just like this. Clip this here. So now I'm just working with this little bit in the front, and I can decide what length I want on here. come down. And you don't want to have a lot of tension when you're working in the fringe. So I'm going to bring this to me. I kind of know the length that I'm going for, and I'm just going to work a nice soft but quick movement with the razor. I'm not pulling tight. Don't want to pull tight through it. You can see how soft that line is. So we'll take another section of that fringe down. I'm actually going to break it up, even though I don't really need to, but I really want to see and create a soft line in here. So notice I'm using the wide teeth of the comb. That doesn't pull as much tension. I can see that hair pop through. So there's my guide. And I'm still keeping a nice little balanced line through it. The reason I choose the comb up right there is just to give a little elevation to it. Instead of combing everything tight and down, I want it to have a little more of a natural fall to it. There you go. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You have many, so do you have many heads with different hair and lengths to practice on? Yeah, for sure. All right, so now I'll bring a little bit of my previously cut section. Now I gotta make sure you guys can see this. Might just have to cut it from this side. Oh, can't see that. Well, I've been doing this for 12 years. I think I could figure out how to get you guys to see it. So, Crystal, that's a great question. What is the best thing to keep in the hair? To keep the hair wet like it is, is there a certain spray? So I just keep using water. I haven't found something that doesn't kind of coat the hair too much and create kind of a dullness to it. But eventually, I hope we can create a sort of cutting lotion that isn't lotion based, because that's really what creates that kind of greasiness or dullness to the hair later on. So I'm coming over top like this. I would probably be a little tighter. Oh, actually, you guys can kind of see there. This is not my ideal body position, but just to show you guys what I'm doing. the best I can do. You can see already though how soft this fringe is. That's what it's all about. Keep my fingers square. You cut that with a scissor, it's just blunt right away. And then you gotta go in and just do some techniques to soften it, which is fine. Or you have a hard line, which some people like that too. But for me, I love the way that that kind of will blend perfectly in to the haircut. All right, so the last bit that we have is that cat eye section in the very back, and I'm gonna leave that to the dry cut. So we're gonna take this out, I'm gonna let this kind of fall over, and then we're gonna go in with the dry. We're gonna blow dry real quick, and then we'll we'll do some detail work in the haircut. We run 45-minute appointments, so I need to be quick. Yeah, we run cut faster to keep moisture in the hair. Yeah, I mean, I spend 45 to 60 minutes on a haircut. But I think you have to charge, accordingly to that, or what works in your area, what your shop, kind of the clientele that's at your shop. Some people enjoy a 60-minute haircut. Some people hate 60-minute haircuts. So, but I think just being thorough is important, and keeping it saturated and even saturation throughout, then you're going to get a more consistent haircut for sure. All right. Funny, Alyssa. The top I'm going to cut, but I want to do it dry because I just want to add a little texture to it, and it's just a little small piece. And you don't have to do everything wet. Dry cutting softens things, so. Oh, you say Brad Mondo. Was that you? First off, there's a big difference. Pretty sure if you watch Brad Mondo, you know whether it's him or not. All right, let's blow dry. I'm just gonna do like a flat wrap dry. What's up, Denise? I love that my that's what I'm saying. Somebody wants us to not teach today. Lost my chat. It'll be back though. My iPad died. We'll get it back. All right, chat's back. Thanks, Allie. Is that high heat? No. This blow dryer actually, it heats with light. There you can see here. See? So it creates most of the heat from light, but then when you put it in style mode and you put the attachment on, it just heats with the little bit of heat that it puts out, but it's very low heat. Like there's not much heat at all, which some people won't like. I personally, I'm getting used to it. Like I'm not sweating right now, blow drying. Are you going to save the live? Yeah. This is a great cut for fine hair, to be honest. It's a new blow dryer. Hair is sucking into the back of it. Called Zuvi. Not sponsored by this company. I paid $300 for this. I think 300 something. To like test it out because we were talking about it on the podcast. Dry your hair with light core. So check it out, Zuvi. Don't make a decision based on me. I'm not telling you this is the greatest blow dryer. What I am telling you is it's unique. It's got a diffuser with it too. And yeah, it's supposed to be way less damaging for hair because it doesn't dry with heat, it dries with light. So. It does use a little bit of heat though, but like most blow dryers, you can't hold that close to your hand without burning. It's a little hot, but wouldn't be able to hold it there that long. So it's not a ton of heat coming out. Looks lightweight. Yeah, it's pretty lightweight. I would say similar to the Dyson, but it's got a lighter cord. So the Dyson, I feel like gets a lot of weight from that cord. I'm going to tell you right now though, I don't mind it, but Brian hated it. It works in my salon, and so far that's kind of the two opinions I got, so I don't want you to waste your $300, so be careful. But you know, as a hairdresser, like, when you're usually like, well, I'm in a hoodie and blow drying, long hair, and usually I'm like, you have the blow dryer up here, it's blowing hot air in your face, and you're sweating. Well, you don't get that. I don't get that with this. So it's a much better experience in that way. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people won't like this. Like if you like a really hot dryer. I like a hot dryer, but I also am kind of into the idea of not damaging the hair. So maybe this is like a better blow dryer for clients. How we feeling in the chat so far? Should we use round brush for the blow dry? You don't have to use a round brush for the blow dry, and I'm actually going with a smoothing iron now. So I think it's personal preference. I like getting a little bit of volume with the round brush, but then smoothing out the ends with the iron. So, and then I might even use a little bit of a curling iron for the final polish, like our final style. Because right now I'm just preparing it for more cutting. So we're going to do a little bit more dry cutting. Notice I'm not going to the root because we already did the root with the blow dry. I'm just hitting that mid shaft to ends. Which straighteners are those? This is Dyson. So Dyson Coral, I think it's called. Cordless. My only gripe with this is it's a little big and heavy. But that's about the only thing with it because I actually really like everything else. The plates are great. Battery life is fine for working in the salon, but it's really heavy and it's thick. So like getting in these tighter spots, like if you have long hair and you're at home and like you're a client, like this is great for that process, but it's giving I feel in love with an emo girl. I really like your work. Thanks. Appreciate that. Can you recommend straighteners for everyday salon use? Looking to buy. Honestly, I just got a bunch of stuff sent to me. I don't think I've opened their straightener yet. But this company, I think, is killing everything right now. And not because they sent me stuff, because I get sent stuff a lot, but I usually don't like most of it. And I'm actually going to use this curling iron probably in the end result here. And I'm looking forward to opening this. It's not cordless. I wish it was. Like if this was cordless, I would have had it open by now. Just because it makes my work, my office cleaner when it's cordless. But JRL, this company, in my opinion, is putting out some of the best stuff right now. I like their packaging. Like just everything just feels like quality, like my kind of like, doesn't feel cheap. Like right now, like I knew what this was gonna, I haven't opened this yet, but I knew it was gonna feel good. Like that's what I think they're doing right now. Like this cord on this thing, beefy. And then this iron, like, I'm totally going to use this right now. This is my new favorite iron. I can tell by the feel of it. like in my hand. Springy. Plates look good. It feels very sleek. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is why I get so excited about these things, because this feels like I'm holding a brick in my hand, right? This, it's so sleek in my hand, the part that actually you're holding onto and you're working on all day, like feels nice and sleek. And then it gets a little wider towards the top, which it needs to. It's got a really nice roundness to these plates. So besides Dyson being cordless, and that's why it's heavy, because it's got a big battery in it. But it's okay to not be cordless if you got this beefy cord that'll reach far. So shout out to JRL for sending this to me again. They did send it to me for free. They didn't pay me to talk about it, but they sent me a bunch of cool tools, and I appreciate that. Always like checking out new stuff. Let's see how fast it heats up. We're at 130, 150, 160, 170, 180. Pretty quick. 200. I would say it's typical quick. And it's not my favorite seeing a blue LCD on this. It's okay, but I feel like how sleek everything is, like if it would have had a little bit different tone to it, would have been cool. But oh wait, surprise, it's blue when it's cool, it's green when it's at a ready level probably, so I can appreciate it. Red when it's hot. All right, I'll give them that. 390 we're at. I'm gonna keep it around 390. Should we use a copper plate straightener or not? I didn't even look and see what this one is. Ideal for keratin treatment, leaves hair silky and shiny, heats up in 14 seconds. I would agree with that. If I would have read the box, this is a big fault of mine in my life. Distinguish different temperatures through 3-color LCD. Display the corresponding color according to the change of temperature. Automatic power off. Aluminum plates. Advanced 1.2-inch aluminum plates enable superior heat transfer and durability. It's cool. Cool tip if you need to touch it. On and off switch, no tangled cord, all typical stuff. Cool. Yeah, this company, man, is great. All right, see how it feels. Yeah, it's a little grippy. It's always grippy at the beginning. I'm almost done. It's chill. It's up to you if you want. Pretty even. That's what you wanted. Not what you got. I can do this on your hair later. It's brand new.
Oh, okay.
It's got that, I just heated it up for the first time, smell. Did you already go and come back? Oh, okay. So you're going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I finished all the second.
Oh, nice.
Diffuser?
Yeah, for the light up blow dryer.
Interesting.
You got to take that home. Try it. What's the cost for that flat iron? I don't know the cost, but if you go to jrltools.com, I think it says, I'm sure you can find it on there. Is it JRL straight iron? Yeah. It's the Forte Pro. Straight and curl iron. All right, so the last little details. I'm gonna work some of these face frame pieces. With the razor. I'm just softly going over top. I don't want to cut too much length off of them, but if you soften it, it just makes the styling a little easier. So just grazing over the top of it, kind of blending in that fringe. This is the Evo Razor Pro you can get on our site. And then the last bit, that cat eye section, this is where you just take some of these pieces out and then just work with the razor just to pop a little bit of texture in the crown area. So I'll just grab those pieces. Now we can open up the face with these pieces that we created. Battery died. All right, and there we go. All right, so just a quick recap. We basically took the center parting triangle out for the fringe, separated the front and back. We started out condensed cutting, bringing everything up to the center, cutting it. That allows to kind of open up the face, creates all these little layers around the face. Then we cut round layering all the way through the back, which allowed us to have kind of this texture, a little bit more collapsed feel. We kept that cat eye section until the very end, cut that with the razor just a little bit, detailed with the razor in the front, and then you get this end result. So hope you guys like it. Hope you can use it in the salon. Let me know in the comments if you have questions. Make sure you join me on the lives every Tuesday. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next class. Thank you.